6-page letter was sent by the ACLU to the Greenfield Union School District stating that African American students and staff have been discriminated against. Now, a former teacher is speaking out and asking for change.
Experienced a lot of microaggressions and a blatant display of cultural insensitivity. And when I expressed that and I expressed my concern, I was dismissed and ultimately pushed out.
Ty Jackson was a teacher at Olivier Middle School from 2018 to 2019. Now she's speaking out about what she says were racial and cultural issues within the Greenfield Union School District. In April of 2019, Jackson says she wore a shirt that read "phenomenally black." She says she was verbally reprimanded by the school's principal and was told she was not allowed to wear it because it was a political statement.
If I can't wear anything that's pushing a ballot measure, I'm not quite understanding how me being black is a ballot measure. We don't vote on that. And she said, well, you know, it's a slippery slope and I don't want to get into all of that, but it's very similar to if I were to come to school and I were to wear a Make America Great Again shirt. And I said, well, I'm not quite sure how that is the same, being that I don't get to choose the skin that I'm in.
In another statement, she wore a dashiki, a black cultural clothing, to school in honor of Black History Month. She says another staff member pulled on it and made a culturally insensitive joke to her about it. Jackson went on to say she doesn't stand for the flag salute, and she encourages her students to express themselves and honor their First Amendment right. But she says the principal made it a requirement for students to stand, even if they don't recite the pledge.
A all-school announcement over the intercom. And during the announcement, she said, you know, because we always start with the flag salute in the morning. And she said, you do not have to stand and salute the flag, but you will stand and show respect for the country that you live in. Now, it was a little bit awkward because my students know, based on the practice in my class every morning, that I don't stand. And so once she made that announcement, all of my students, they kind of looked at me as if, okay, what is Ms. Jackson going to do? And I still refused to stand.
In May of 2019, Jackson says she filed a formal complaint with the district. And shortly after, she says she was asked to not return. She says the district cited credentialing issues, but she says the school never mentioned credential issues prior. Based on those incidents on July 29th, American Civil Liberties Union Foundation sent a letter to the school district, their concerns over how Jackson, African American students, and other staff were treated. In the letter obtained by 23ABC, the ACLU urged the district to do these following things: denounce harmful and racist actions and reaffirm their commitment to a supportive climate. No longer prohibit staff from wearing black cultural clothing. No longer force students to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, citing decisions made from the Supreme Court. And have teachers and administrators who are culturally competent and sensitive. They also asked for support for African Americans in its district. Jackson says despite not being able to return to teacher coach, she has this to say.
But if I have to be the face to implement change, then I will. And I absolutely will, because there needs to be a change that happens within the district. You know, speaking with other staff within the district that have reached out to me and expressed and said, you know, thank you so much for coming forward. I've experienced this as well, and I know exactly how you feel. You know, that within itself is comforting, because I feel like I know I'm not in this alone. However, if I have to be the
And the Greenfield Union School District responded to the allegations in a letter and a statement saying in part, quote, the district strongly disagrees with the characterizations of the district outlined in this letter. Greenfield Union School District is fully committed to ensuring that all students and staff are respected and celebrated. Our district has a long history of serving African American students and other students of color and meeting the educational needs of all students and families. And you can read the full statement of both of those mentioned in this story on our website. And according to Jackson and the ACLU, they say that they're giving the district until next week to agree to start making those changes. And if they don't, they'll take further action. For now, in Bakersfield, Leslie Gooden, 23ABC News Connect.